you know, folks always say that we stand on the shoulders of giants. And I started the discussion by saying there were 5 giants in the biotech industry. Swanson's passed away. Rathman's quite ill. Zaffaroni's, you know, older. So it's John Martin and you who are in the primes of your careers and can kind of give us advice. What do you want us to do? What can we do? What are the key things you want us to focus on to make sure that this industry actually does well moving forward, given it's such a difficult environment? And go broad. Tell us all the things we should do.
I shouldn't do that because everybody has their own notions and ideas.
What are the best
feelings.
things we can do for the industry?
The best thing all of us can do as individuals is to maintain our passion. What we try to do is important. You know, we are trying to actually make a difference in a healthcare sense. We're not trying to make a buck. If that's what you're trying to do, there are many easier ways.
There used to be many easier ways. They're all gone now.
No, there's still many easier ways left. Become a banker. It would be easier.
There's no jobs anymore.
You get a cap on your salary, but it is okay. At least you get a salary. But no, the passion is what I think what makes us whom we are. The ability to go to places, the ability and the preparedness to dream. What you did around shutters with Sinclair.
I think we can extend healthy human lifespan.
Yeah,
I still believe it.
Bottle of wine and say this. For some reason, make me feel good, and I'm going to find what it was in the bottle, and you did.
Yeah.
And it is doing things that are not so logical. And I don't think in this room, if we interviewed each other, we would necessarily believe what anyone would be doing. But any individual person would believe it, and that's enough. It is that conviction that allows you to get the money and to be financed. Because the ability to really pioneer, to go to places where nobody has been, and the preparedness to do that, that is a unique characteristic and not available to many. And people support that. And if the goal and the purpose is good, you will get people to come across with us. But we can't assume that the environment that we're in is an environment that's always understanding what we're trying to do, and it never really was always understanding what we were trying to do. It was tough then. We didn't have an orphan drug law in the past. We didn't have this, that, and the other things that were put into place. And we still have to put other things into place for our new future. I am sure healthcare reform will forget what we need to do for innovation. And we will all have to stand up and say, hey, we need some help here. And I think we can ask for the help. The one thing not to do is to think that somehow it has to be easier than it is. Because once it is easier than it is, this room will be filled with all kinds of other people. There are loads of people that can do things that are relatively predictable, and it becomes a different kind of industry, a different moment. The generic industry is filled with loads of very good people that want to do good things, but they have a very different set of criteria, and the choices they make, they go after much more predictable, much less risky situations. So that's my shot.
I mean, it's really inspiring answer, and I think it's amazing what you do for our industry. And I hope you do it another 50 years. I have the drug for you to help you. Okay. Thanks.